All right, let's party. How's it going, everybody? Yes, it's me haunting you with whimsy, the spectral ghost tabernacle. Whoa! How's it going, nerds? How you doing, Laden14 on the YouTube side? And let me say, who is on? How you doing, Black Roses? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Moss? How you doing, Matthew? Got your supremely nice. How you doing, Nobody? How you doing, Horror Loving? Noise for hold on. I can do you better. Noise, there we go. How you doing, Bonnie? How you doing, Baconator? How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Valkun? And how's it going, everybody? How you going? Is it a time zone thing? Oh god, yeah, no. I don't think I get to show off how many brushes I typically use. These aren't all my brushes, but these are like my main rotation, along with like a couple that are like off to the side. It's just that I have to pull the camera kind of back-ish so I have plenty of room for like terrain things. Like, I might still move into, like, medium view for some of the stuff today. But, like, in general, that's just kind of, like, you know. I got a big stack, and honestly, a lot of these are kind of on their last legs and could probably be I don't know, retired to the vaulted realm of I use these for dry brushing and other bullshit. But, hey, how's it going, everyone? Hopefully I've had a very good day. Very good. Ooh. Oh, wait, is Canadian Thanksgiving in October? I guess I'm not super aware about Canadian holidays, but hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, my brushes get a lot of use, so it's not like they're like getting wasted. I do clean them, and like I've actually managed to you've been using like this brush for like multiple years now. So like they're doing fine, but they're definitely not as like crisp and pointy as they could be. Which sometimes dictates how I paint and stuff like that. Well, hell yeah, I'm glad you got some turkey. I just had regular, not particularly spicy food-wise today. Today, I spent basically most of today at so I didn't go to my usual shop because apparently a friend of mine, the way he described it was bizarre. So, the dude's car died on the highway and came to a complete stop. Then most people will just kind of like decide, okay, we're just gonna like move to like the left and the right, like just like they're like move to the right just to get out of the way. Two other people like stopped because like they're just like maybe they just like stopped or something like that. And then apparently a dump truck did not stop and fucking like pinballed everyone. Oh god, we got the ad break. Okay, I'll continue more of that after this. Also, I don't know why putting on this extra coat is making this like. I'll put the goop on your throne. I can do that. Hold on. Fine, hold on. I'll do that. Let me see. Oh yeah. So now that I think are we free from ad break? I think we're free. Yes, we're free from ad break now. So there we go. So the very, very, very cool thing is so basically, yeah, he got rammed by a basically like a pinball amount of cars. No one got hurt, and his car was already kind of fucked, so like it wasn't too bad. But we had to go to like a different shop than usual. It's the one that is straight up it's like a fancy adult boys toy store. I thought so. So the weird thing is, if I do the pre-roll thing. What that specifically does is it stops like what's it called? Oh my god, my brain is shutting down. There we go. All right, I put the goop on there. How you doing, son? How you doing? Oh, the goop is on Amazon. I did not know that. I just linked directly to them. It's fine. I can adjust the goop later, but. Yeah, so I ended up playing it like the fancy adult toy store. I should clarify that. It is a. How you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. It's not a sex toy shop. It's like for expensive action figures. I realized as soon as I said that I needed to clarify. It's like a bunch of like retro video games and like old Godzilla and DBZ action figures and whatnot. It's really cool. I mean, actually, they have like. I did pick me up a small thing. there. I can actually. Might be able to grab. I don't know. I left that in the other room. If you guys ever heard of Machine Krieger, apparently this is the first time I've ever seen like a Machine Krieger kit available in the US, and this was only like $30, so I picked that up. That's probably gonna be painted at some point. See, how are his models? Oh, my friend's models. Oh, my friend's models. He was not driving with models at the time, so his armies were totally fine. It's just that now that basically he has to like take a bus to this other store, which is, I like this other store too. It's fine, but it's definitely like, this is not a game store. This is an indie toy store that has become like bands practice in this other room, and we play war games there. It's pretty wild. Yeah, here I can let me get a little bit. So what I want to do. So I'm back to these. I'm back to these fuckers. Now, they're pretty close. Like, there's basically, these are pretty close. My goal tonight is to get, like, the wood and miscellaneous bits and get them ready for, Newshin. I do wish to apply to Newsh. They've been going that long. I kind of forget, like, what, so, like, this is gonna sound weird, but, like, I'm aware of what Machine Krieger is in a vague sense, but I actually don't know, like, to what extent, like, is it like an overarching brand? Is it almost like kind of like a shared setting? Is this like almost like borderline a genre? I got a bunch of like little like mecha bubble suit guys, which I'll, like I said, let me paint these rats and I'll just like dart to go grab that box real quick. There we go. But yeah, no. So yeah, I played games there. They also, if I did not have a bunch of other things I need to yes, hell yeah, let's go. I like me and all the above. If I was in a bed, like I guess different financial situation, but they had a physical copy of Seaman for $200, and part of me was like, I don't even have a Dreamcast anymore, and I was like, that'd be wild to own that game real. How you doing, Burrito? How you doing? Okay, and I'm painting the little rats on here before I get up and get the Machine Krieger kit I got. My plan is I think they're going to be big enough that I can run them as Sentinels in my Lost in the Damned army. So they might actually see tabletop play, which is kind of buck wild. No, Seaman with Leonard Nimoy. That's not a bit. Leonard Nimoy straight up is in Seaman. That was the game that I streamed ages ago, but like, I got it running. But I don't know if it was like with my setup or what, but the Seaman eventually reached a point where they evolved and they would not tell me how to feed them in their new evolved state. I think basically it was like, okay, they ate like larvae and snacks, but now they need like full-on crickets. And they would not share with me the secret on how to feed them crickets. Ah, there's a whole lawsuit thing. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. How you doing, Zekro? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, the ones I got are definitely more like almost kind of futuristic. I know, like I always see like the Silent Hill guy do a lot of stuff with those, and they look really neat. Masahiro Ito, I believe is. I'm bad with names, but he always has like really cool Machine Krieger like stuff. It's really funny that I ended up following that guy for like his model stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's like the guy behind Pyramid Head, but that's fine. He do cool robot. I do like cool robot. I can get Pyramid Head anywhere. Cool robot? Those are low supplies on the internet. That's been gifted. Oh shit! Oh, did you get? Thank you for getting me the goop. The goop. I will. What's it called? I will get the goop. I think because I did it through Pro Acro, I have to like order that myself manually. But I will get the goop. Thank you though. Thank you. Which I'm gonna use. It's basically fancy brush clinger. I'm gonna give that a go. Also, like I said, give me a quick sec. I'm not gonna be gone for long. I just want to get the kit. How you doing, Turtle Sages? Hold on. This is gonna take me like a sec. Got it. No, I'm not using the bathroom. I'm just... Fuck. fuckers. I'm getting a cool kit. Thank you very much. All right, let me get this. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so this is my first Machine Krieger kit. Check it out. It is like a bunch of these like big bubbly mech suits. I really like the packaging, but it actually gives me a really terrible idea of what's in there. Guys, I'm gonna be real. I did not realize I picked up the one with fucking monkey pilots. I didn't realize that these are fucking chimpanzee pilots. What are you guys so raving? I'm here. You can see me. I'm talking now. I just thought they were cool bubble suits. I didn't know I got like robo monkeys. Holy shit. I was originally going to change the pilot, but I think I'm going to have to leave them in. I think I'm going to have to keep these to be... I think they're going to have to be monkeys. Right. I don't know when those are going to get built. I definitely need to build them, so they'll happen at some point. we do be having fun on the stream. But yeah, I went there. I picked that up because that was like A, it was a Machine Krieger kit, and B, it was like not particularly expensive. Because I think I've tried to order Machine Krieger kits before, but it's always like, oh yeah, we'll send that over just for like a measly like hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, well, that's not. The monkeys are a new addition apparently. I get like a specific size brush for this lad. How you doing, Cersei? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I'm okay. Cause like, so I am still probably gonna run them as Sentinels, but I was like, feels like it. So yeah. I want to get some. I'm gonna get some stone gray and see what happens when I dry brush them. Oh, also got like I spent yesterday building stuff. So like I got the. I can show you some of the fruits of my labors. Behold, big ass rockets. They're like, I need to do some like gap filling. I also want to like do something to make this look more wordberry. Like I can make it like have like little prayer scrolls. I'm debating putting candles on it, which I know this is like an orbital drop like base thing. But also some candles would be pretty bitchin'. And then I got my Centaurian from that same set as well, who was doing pretty good. I gave him a bunch of Trench Crusade bits and hands with little nails into them. Actually, I can show you a little bit better. The lad. I didn't bother with his original cape because his original cape is built wrong. Like, people online are like, this cape is stupid. Why did they do this? So yeah, this guy might be getting painted next week, which would be cool. Half the Beast gets to wear machine armor. I'm really curious what they're going to do with the Path of the Beast because, like, a lot of the lore stuff I read about is, like, really cool about, like, you ascend so far that you just kind of, your body doesn't really make sense for the laws of physics. Chicharron. Isn't chicharron like a food? Am I on crack? I thought chicharron was like a Spanish food thing. Like a deep fried pork thing or something like that. Am I on crack? Yeah, there we go. It's fried pork belly. There we go. Okay. So mushroom chicharron sounds great though. I mean I'll eat pork. I'll eat mushrooms. Oh, ooh. Oh, I could see that being incredibly good. That sounds like it could be really, really good. The phrase vegan chicharron feels bizarre, but also like oyster mushrooms fried up real good. Also, yeah, I'm down for that shit. Spell out words to make certain effects happen. Ooh. That sounds like it's gonna be rad as shit. I did finally read the what's it called? The new machine armor guy for the knights. I like that they're bringing in the idea of the Nephilim, because I think that's rad as hell. So it's like, okay, I'm significantly more interested in them now, knowing that they got mech armor powered by like Nephilim designs. He's got some rats in him. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm hitting him up with this like stone gray, which is gonna just kind of like make it look more bony. Yeah, today's stream is probably gonna be like dry brush and hit up somebody. I want to get these done. they kind of got turned. I mean, it's Terminator armor in the fact that it's like big machine armor, but I don't think it's even particularly buck wild. Yeah, there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be my between that and my other lad. Which other lad, the big mech guy? Oh, I said I'm on a different shelf. I don't want to grab him right now, but he's doing pretty good though. He's doing really legit. So I've been very good in terms of big rat and small rat. I think the rat quota has been going about very well. Thank you all very much. Just good because I have so many other things. I got all that Saturnine bullshit. All that Saturnine bullshit going to be real. There. It's only just now starting. I got so much. I think maybe by the end of the year, if I can get the Dreadnought, like the big fucking fuck off Dreadnought Saturnine thing, that would be a good capstone bullshit thing. So good. I'm sorry. I'm locked into thinking about the mushroom chicha roll now. That sounds delicious. Also got like an itty bitty bit of oxide stuff that I put on to touch up a little minor thing before. I try not to touch up too many minor details before stream starts. But every now and then I'll be like, oh, this is one detail. It's gonna take a bit to dry, so it'll be fine. No. I did get my Saturnine in. I did get my Saturnine in. So like I was showing off earlier. I got like the Arachne quad battery, and I also got my Centaurian, who's been heavily kit bashed. Now, for now, it's just a matter of like building already kind of takes time for like a full G-Dubs model kit, but also like these are Horus Heresy G-Dubs model kits, and they're made by madmen because they want to make all the sprue space really efficient, and it drives me up the fucking wall. So like I don't know how long it's gonna take to get particularly far in any of those, but I'm gonna keep trucking. I guess as long as I keep sticking to like for right now, I guess this is like a good like feedback thing. Originally the going back to 3 painting streams a week was sort of a temporary measure. How are you guys liking that? Compared to 3 video games a week versus 3 painting streams, 1 video game versus 2 painting streams, 2 video game. How you guys feeling about that? It's good for me productivity wise, but like I also, you know, I am entertaining for your purposes, so yeah, okay. So that's pro that. Okay. Good to know. Problem is, the more I kind of dry brush these guys, the more I'm realizing that some of them just have rats in them, and I was just not preparing for that. Okay, so that's good then. Like, I don't think I mean, in theory, I could do 4 painting streams a week. I don't think I'm going that far. I don't think I'm going to go. I think having like 1 video game is like a good little appetizer, you know, just like a fun little side thing. But okay, I will continue. Okay, I appreciate the feedback. I will definitely continue to do 3 mini paint. Like, once again, it's not like I'm hard up on bullshit to paint. I have shit to paint till the heat death of the universe. If in a theoretical world where I could do a 4-hour stream a week every single day of the week, I would not run out of shit to paint. Though some of those would probably just need to shift over to like time to like just like assembling on stream more than anything. But like, you know, I gotta get like this side stuff like that. Yeah, I do like that joint hobby time. That is nice. For me, I mostly get that for YouTube, but that's also just because I have weird eclectic hours for like, I guess the thing is I just don't really have an equivalent of myself, in which my version of myself is just the guy from Miscast Minis, which is just funny because I just like watch his little daily vlogs for like tabletop stuff. Oh god, yeah, no, Beast, like, cause like Beast Arms, like I kind of come and go when it comes to various oh god, there's another skull. I kind of go like back and forth on like various like 3D printing suppliers. The Bestiarm is basically like a very consistent one. How you doing, Jay? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? At the very least, today's goal is to get these 2 pieces done. If nothing else, I think these 2 are very reasonable pieces to get done, so I'm not super worried about that. Yeah, they do really good. I like a lot of, like, if you've seen a lot of my, what's the last beat? Oh yeah, my Alchemist guys, the last kind of big project. I do have a, oh god, okay. I got my pedal ready. So if I need to. Oh god, I still gotta do the Jack Black one. Control, Alt, delete. Yeah, no, depending on the FDM printer, some people can get away with doing FDM prints on those. So it's not like impossible, but it's like very, very hard. And like, yeah, and also the quality, like it has to be a good one too. It can work, like Matthew did it for a while, but I think now that Matthew's got a resin printer, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back once you know what you're doing with those. Yeah, those 0.2 nozzles are really, really spicy. I've done some terrain stuff with those, and they're pretty legit. Bunch of itty bitty skeletons. I'm also gonna try. I've done a little bit of Newsh testing before. Today is gonna be like my first real big Newsh test, so we'll see how that goes. Which is why another reason I want to get these 2 chuckle fucks ready, because I'm gonna be doing some live product testing for a thing I've used a little bit. I've used it a little bit. There we go. More patient. I mean, you know, I arguably I'm not patient, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I feel like I'm very impatient personally, but I will not fight this. Maybe some dirty gray to dry brush onto the wood. Oh, I think it's like dirty. Where's my dirty yellow? Did I put that up? I put up like my golden dirty yellows or whatever. I don't know. The problem with cleaning up my paints is now all my paints are on my desk. What is the color I'm looking for? Oh, there we go. Never mind, I did have it. This dark yellow. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you know, it's time for detail at the end of the day for sure. Like I've had like, I was starting to do some of my like terrain stuff on those nozzles because it looks nice, but yeah, it's like this will take 1 day to print off like a chunk of a roof, and I have like a relatively fast one. A little bit too much on there, but yeah, this is old Skaventide wood, so I can kind of like crunch it up, give it the grunch. There we go. Yeah, it does take a lot of time. I think the results are worth it, but like, you know, it's like timer quality, sort of the thing that you're craving more out of your prints, and depending on which one it is, it's, you know, will give you very different results. Oh, it's because I put this on my wet palette. I should have done. Hold on that. There we go. Put on my dry palette under here. Posted. I'll take a look later potentially. Depending on what the tutorial was, I will take a look. Right now, what I'm looking at doing is I need to get some bait. What's happening now is the talk about joining a Mordheim game is getting even stronger. Like we're getting like several people potentially interested, and the nice thing about this indie shop we're at is that some guy basically donated a bunch of like really bitchin' Mordheim buildings. Ah, Corrupted Saturnines. Okay. Oh yeah, for the Dreadnoughts. I'll have to take a look at those later. For me, it's less about like I just need to figure out what type of thing I want to do for the Dreadnought in particular. Could make a Saturnine Marigal, but I think, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure the Saturnine Dreadnought is bigger than any Marigal. I do got Marigal ideas though, which I need to work on. That wood grain, nice. I have to be like, I guess I gotta also hope when I inevitably do the what's it called? When I do the Newsh bullshit, if that's still gonna show. I hope so. Luckily, if I'm gonna test this out, I should probably explain what Newsh is. It's basically like it's another pro-acryl product. It's supposed to slow down drying time. It basically makes acrylics work like oil washes, more or less. Is sort of like the selling point. And I've used it on a little bit of terrain. It looks pretty legit. I just need to see how much that holds up. That's like a metal bullshit. This guy's got some wood. Yeehaw. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I have like a couple of big stone buildings that I printed off on like a 0.4 nozzle, and like they look fine. But sometimes I do notice like I've tried to use like filler primer, and it gets a lot of them, but every now and then I'll just like look on a rock and be like, oh yeah, no, you're kind of fucked, buddy. How you doing, Heather? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna be honest, as a Magic the Gathering player, you're gonna have to narrow down which announcement brings concern, because most Magic announcements these days bring concern to me too. Like there's so much to be concerned. I don't even know where to start. Like, are you gonna start about like the new Star Trek set, or are you talking about the fact that there's going to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set? There's like so many options. Yeah, God, I'm willing to bend to Universes Beyond if I feel like they feel fantasy enough, and all these new ones just aren't passing that threshold for me, and it's driving me nuts. I mean, theoretically, like Wizards at this point is like, well, if it's, you know, this is making us infinite money, so if it's not for you, maybe, like, it's fine. They say basically they've been doing this thing. It's like, well, maybe this product just isn't for you, and it's like one of those things where it's like, logically, yeah, as like a grown adult, I understand that not everything's for me, but on the other hand, what they really meaning is, this is making us like millions of dollars, so shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Really, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, Lino would be fine, and I don't like Steven Universe particularly, but, like, for me, the thing I'm bothered by is, like, is there a dude wearing, like, jeans? Star Trek has people wearing jeans sometimes. Fallout's just a bunch of dudes wearing jeans or jean equivalent. Doctor Who, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, all those are just, like, even Duskmorn, which was in universe, was still like people wearing like regular modern clothes. And I don't like that. I don't want that in my fantasy card game. I can handle sci-fi. I can handle sci-fi just fine. No, here's the thing though, I'm gonna argue. The problem is that Wizard of the Coast is good at nailing at that. Yeah, Murders and Markov. No, actually, Murders and Markov, yeah, had that a little bit. But yeah, that was just like wearing the hat. The hat sets and stuff were fucking awful. So like, I'm actually not worried about, I'm not actually worried about them like not getting the Star Trek cards to feel Star Trek. I'm more upset that, Star Trek even is going to be in a Magic set more than anything. Yeah, so the weird thing about Duskmorn is like, I hate they did that, and like the recording things, and for context, basically Magic did a plane that was like, what if 80s horror was a whole plane? And the sad thing is, from what I understand, the actual Duskmorn lore is really cool. Like Velvagoth, the entire world, like the logic of like the cults within there. If you like was to look at Duskmorn lore, it's been a while since I looked at it, so I need to like refresh myself 100%. But generally, if you look at Duskmorn entirely without like just like reading it, without looking at any visuals, you'd be like, this is a neat plane, taking homage to a couple of neat things, but that's fine. And then you just see somebody called like, that's like Star Athlete, which is somebody wearing a football helmet in a world that is like an infinite nightmare escape dimension. You're like, what are you doing? Why do you do this? And it's like, it's I don't know. Verisimilitude has been used in like a very specific bludgeon over the years. So I feel weird like saying about like breaking verisimilitude, because like it's the refuge for people who just like, it's a legitimate concern, but I've seen just like shitheads use it for no reason. Also, this fucking Dempa Union game is coming out. I think there's a demo that's out now that I really need to play because I really want to give it a go. The fucking Dempa themed rhythm game that has like a bunch of like IOSys and other classic internet's jams in it, and I'm big excited. Also, this brush is getting shredded. Yeah, it's very weird for like those reasons. Yeah, I could do a slightly. Hey, where's my board brush? My board brush should be better for this. There we go. Board bristles should be. It's weird, yeah. See, I don't know about Wizards using it. The problem is, it's like, Wizards, at the very least, like, what's it called? Like, I think that if Wizards didn't care about their audience in that way, they would have used, like, they've tried to use AI, and the backlash has been strong enough. They're like, oh no, we're gonna lose money. Like, I don't think it's like a good natured thing. I think they just realized that, like, they have to, like, if they want to use AI, and I know they do, they would have to get so good at it that it's just probably not profitable. They've tried to sneak AI art into D&D stuff before. But yeah, oh yeah, they do be milking that cow hard. Ooh, no. Okay, that's kind of fun. That was a bit of a journey to get there, but hell yeah. Also, Jay, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Get this wood all yellowed and tarnished and fucked up. There we go, there we go, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, but yeah, as far as like AI stuff, I don't think the magic is going to necessarily go to that, or like if so, there's going to be a backlash because there's already been a couple. They've definitely tried. They've definitely tried to do that. Bunny Swordsman? Oh, isn't Usagi Yojimbo like a whole separate? I thought he was like a whole separate like IP. Like. Unless the Ninja Turtle guys own them now. I don't know what the thing on there. Unless there's also like a character that is just like a direct Usagi Yojimbo ripoff and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There, I'd believe that. My knowledge of the Ninja Turtles is basically entirely off of the OG cartoon from way back in the day, which I did used to watch, I believe, when it was new. And maybe I saw the live action movie, but I couldn't tell you anything from that. That might also be a fun. See, okay, it's kind of tricky. Like, I know I've shown like these are movies for kids in the movie night. I don't want to lean too much into children's medium, but I do think maybe like the Ninja Turtles would be like potentially fun. Like the one where like I would not do all of them because later on they just kind of turn into just to like, you know, kind of just whatever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. I guess it depends where it's like how, because like they've apparently showed a couple of cards and they're really just sort of like from all over, like all kinds of turtle stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, I only know the OG cartoons, and those were like good memories. But like when I see a fucking like Bebop and Rocksteady card, I'm not one of those people that clap and go like, oh, from my childhood, I love those. I look at it and I just feel, I'm just like, actually at this point I just kind of feel numb. Like this has happened so much and it's not getting better, and I know just like, yeah, it's like this is magic now. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there, it says in the words of the great Leak. That's a stupid joke to make it like that. But like, you know what I mean. Where it's like there's only so much energy I can dedicate to being upset over a thing that's just not gonna change. So I just won't get those. I just won't get those cards. I didn't get any of the Spider-Man cards. And it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick up a couple Spider-Man singles someday, but not worth. Yeah. The sad thing is I'm pretty sure any value the current Spider-Man set has is because the Infinity Stone is basically one of the, like, for context for non-magic people, you guys know Marvel though, so like generally, so like, you know, there's like the Infinity Stones. And they put an Infinity Stone in the Spider-Man set. And in Magic, like, you can have cards that like make extra mana. Those are really rare generally, or or if they're common, they're just like, there's like a drawback for their usage. There's one in that set that straight up is like, oh yeah, this is indestructible. Also, it can give you black mana without tapping it. Also, you can exile a creature and pay a bunch of mana to get a bonus effect, which you could use to revive dead creatures. It's basically just like a perfect utility tool. It's like, it's not one of those cards where it's even like, yeah, this is on God. This is like infinitely powerful. It's more like any deck this goes in becomes a better deck because this card is just wildly consistent. Let's see, there we go. Fortunately, I know Marvel. No, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see. Linkin Park anniversary set coming. The funny thing is, like, I'm aware of Linkin Park and I generally like them, but I could not tell you the name of anyone in that band. I could not name a single Linkin Park person. Can't figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do for the base. So on one end, I could paint the bases up kind of like dirt, or I could just keep them as rubble. Rubble would make sense and sort of be... Rubble would be the path of least resistance. I need to fix up a couple little bits. I think that's what I'm going to do. This is terrain at the end of the day, and I do need to just get them done. So if they're just on a big old pile of just rock, that's probably good. That'll be easy enough to fix. How you doing, how you doing, Big Bakken? How you doing, UHL? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Complaining about magic. See, that's unfortunately that's kind of the problem though. Like, and like, Heather, this is not a dig against you. This is a dig against Wizards. Is that like the people who do like the IPs will buy all of them. Like they're like for the people who are like, oh, I don't give a shit about Magic, but I love Final Fantasy. They'll buy all the sets, and that's why it was it was the best selling set of all time, like by like a significant margin. It does work. Wait, what is Sea Viper? I'm dead. I think I just go around the edges. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I try not to... I don't know. I like to say I try not to complain too much. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know so little about Street Fighter, so... But hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay. This is looking pretty good. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, hey, hell yeah. Get your nozzles, let's go. I will say for doing mini stuff, it's probably gonna take a couple tries to like get like a real good feel for it, but hell yeah. Alright. We're gonna sit there. What do we got going? So we got some like keys. What if the keys, if I can just straight up just like dry brush a gold onto those? Let's go. Oh yeah. Final Fantasy, like that's a good clarification point. Final Fantasy became the best-selling set in pre-order. Like when it was available for pre-order, it became the best-selling set, and then they've reprinted it. It sold out. They reprinted it. It sold out again. It's just it's like it's such a good selling set. The thing is, like, Final Fantasy is actually incredibly bitchin'. It's a shame that by supporting that supports like the whole like Universes Beyond mechanism, because it is a really bitchin' set. It's a really bitchin' set, and I guess that's just kind of inherent danger. Okay, dry brush the chain. There we go. The other little. I know there's like another key in there. Especially pisses up Heather. But I'm a Codas the Fangkeeper player. How you doing, Oregon? No shit, I have a Codas the Fangkeeper deck. I kind of love it. I put it together. There's oh yeah, it was what's happening here? Brain shut down. Prim got me the deck for my birthday from Throne, and I converted the Final Fantasy deck with some other stuff in my collection into a Codas deck, and it fucks immensely hard. It fucks supremely hard. It's such a fun deck. I've won games with that deck because I connected a Codas with 5 power, and just like got enough permanents. Like there was a game where like my friend was basically bouncing it was a blink deck, so it just bounced everything back to my hand every single time. And just eventually getting one hit through managed to just get me enough value that I could power through that. Oh, great. What the fuck is this? There's like something in here. I legitimately can't process what that's supposed to be. Whatever. I see a couple little rats, so I'll just go ahead and hit these up while I'm thinking about it. Yippee. See, I don't know. I don't try. I conceptually, like, I can understand visually liking those cards as like on an abstract level. It's really hard to read them. it's really hard to read those psychedelic Lord of Rings cards in play. I've tried to do that before. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Where does the card start? Because that's less of a clear answer than you would expect. Oh yeah, he's got a rat in his guts. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, you're saying Coda's Fox. Yeah, Coda's Fox. I got a one with a pre-release foil stamp on it, so I've been using him a lot. I run it in a +1/+1 counter shell because he's also just like a good holder for +1/+1 counters. Yeah, I didn't left at 20 millimeters. Yeah, I mean, hey, lucky for you, Lorwyn and Shadowmoor are coming back next year, I believe. They are 100% slated for return. Everything they showed off this looks pretty legit. How you doing, Vasari? How you doing? Welcome. I'm working on rat terrain because I would like for this to be done. I've been painting rats today. I've been painting rats. Thank you very much. I said I was painting rats. You fuckers. I paint rats every now and then. I do it. Yeah. Oh. Some kind of the ancient stoner text, yeah. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've shown off any giants yet, but they've shown off mostly just fairies and elementals at this point. And like a little bit of Kithkin. But the Kithkin still look weird as shit, but like in a positive way. I didn't want them to look any different. I wanted Kithkin to be like weirdo fucks, and they're still weirdo fucks, and that makes me big happy. That's true. Every day is rat day if you believe hard enough. If you believe deep in your heart, it's a rat day. Yeah, I'm gonna extend that further. I think everyone should get the big cheese sometimes, unless you're lactose intolerant. And then maybe a small cheese is a treat. You know, it do be like that. This guy's got like a little bit of like the gray blood out. Let's see, let those dry. Oh yeah, I need to. Okay, so this is good for what I want. This is good for what I want. Once again, these are not gonna be like my smoothest paints ever. This is terrain. It's fine. I do want to do one quick thing. I got this deep ocean blue. I want to dry brush the rats. Don't tell me not to harm my. Well, the thing, listen, I know legitimately every single person I've known who's lactose intolerant. They're never like, I'm sorry, I'm lactose intolerant. I can't eat cheese. They're always like, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm going to eat cheese. I'm going to like be on the toilet screaming for the next 4 hours, but I will do this. It's happening. It's just very funny how that works. Because the Skaven paints, hey, let's go. And unironically, I'm also putting together that deck because I run Omo, which is a fun deck because I can use 2 colors and win with what's it called? The Maze's End. The problem is that deck is so consistent at winning with Maze's End that it's kind of a pain. Where it's like, I've never heard Kithkins described that way. Here we go. That's not too bad. Cool. Okay, that kind of highlights them a little bit. Maybe I'll do a medium gray instead. Yeah, there we go. There we go. A bit of this gray, please. There we go. There we go. Your gold bothers me, my body. Oh, wait, you know what? Oh, fuck. I feel like you might have mentioned that. I'm totally blanking on. But yeah, that sounds like I kind of understand though. Like I understand logically that it's like, yeah, no, cheese is great. If someday they're like, sorry, Hal, you're lactose intolerant now, I would probably do the same. I don't blame anyone. This is not a value judgment. It's more like, man, it do be like a universal thing. Oh yeah. Didn't even realize. Oh. Oof. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. These rats are good, and I think we got some of the rats somewhere. Oh yeah, I didn't dry brush whatever the fuck that's gonna be. Almost like the rats are also just gonna kind of inherently blend into the background, but that's fine. They're little scamplers anyway. Oh yeah, no, cheese be good. Oh yeah. A little bit on here, and then I think it's time for Newsh. I've mentioned what Newsh is, but I will continue to explain what Newsh is because the name is very silly and it's not inherently intuitive what the fuck Newsh is. I did not get the back of this. I also don't know if I should be going ham on Newsh, but we'll find out. Alright. So, get my various sponges. I'm gonna get some makeup sponges. So, take a drink. Where's the Rakarth flesh? It's me. I have the most Rakarth of flesh. You know what? That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not Rakarth of flesh. I'm Pallid Witch flesh. I am of Pallid Witch flesh. I'm gonna be real. Ugh. A big old thing I can curate too. Alright. Got the stuff. So I got a mixing dish. I got the paint I'm gonna use. I'm Brigadine Brown. I'm gonna give this like a go. And then we got the Newsh, which is like a acrylic weathering medium. So in theory, what you're supposed to do, like I said, I've used this before, but I've used them on like Gambians. From what and like, you know, those don't have to be like particularly neat. There you are. Silence and Vampire Hunter. Yeah, it's okay. All you have to do is just just see if Zettai needs to be let in anywhere and go from there. Using me as pizza. Oh god, that's see, like I understand like if you can't have pizza, but what? And like I like pineapple pizza too. I don't care. But why would you go to a pizza place and just get like vegetables on bread, like get pineapple on bread? Like not even a pizza at that point. Like I think you would almost just ask for like a cup of meatballs. Basically what you're supposed to do is mix, from what I have seen, you're supposed to mix half Newsh with half the equivalent amount of paint. And you mix them together. And this is where shit's gonna get a little potentially buck wild. And now I'm gonna cover the ever-loving fuck out of this model. There we go. Yes, I'm gonna begin to spread this basically all over. I'm gonna need like a little bit more. Six drops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do like one more drop just to be more certain. Yeah. This is basically like a streaking grime alternative. So for me, it's mostly just the fact that A, I bought this a while ago and I need to use it for something, and B, like I feel like this would be good for terrain, you know. So I don't need to coat like everything in like a bajillion fucking layers of just like enamel paints, because those are kind of expensive and they take a while to get. And like I can just mix a couple drops of this bad boy and just spread this all over. I don't struggle with that. I have no idea. I don't even know if that word's real or not. So far this is just all water and acrylic base. So gonna hit this up. And generally I think the amount of working time is you want to give this like, I think it's like 15 minutes. I've not tried to use a blow dryer with this stuff. Maybe that could change it a little bit as well, but I don't think I want to push that. I don't know if I want to push that or not. I actually don't even know how much, like, I definitely know I need to get, like, a coating going. And for the brown I chose, this is just a brown. It's just a brown that I thought would look nice. Behold, I took a thing I painted, and I made it one color. Science! Alright, so that's 10:24, so at 10, roughly like 10:40. See if I can get the other one done in time for a similar way. Ooh, hell yeah, let's go. That'd be like mini-scale corrugated metal would look pretty bitchin'. Go. some more of this. So I forget how much a bottle of this costs. I want to say it's like 15 bucks. There we go. Oh yeah, no, I know corrugated metal. It's like I mean, I've used corrugated like stuff for like Trench Crusade terrain. What do you mean dropped? I threw this fucker into the mud. I have dunked his ass. He has been drenched. I don't gotta get the fire too deep because I'm eventually everything is gonna get my usual like glow bullshit. There we go. Problem is, I'm gonna look like I just ate a melting chocolate bar. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunately that's just Green Stuff World. Green Stuff World is a shitty company, which it sucks because like they used to be fine, and sometimes they do legitimately have products that are really good. And like I guess a lot of those really good products are ones that were stolen, like drop shipped from other people. Or they'll find somebody be like, oh, I found this like cool like thing online, and then they're just like, we're just gonna buy a bunch of stuff. Yeah, but I feel like at one point because like they did used to have like really good green stuff rollers and stuff. Like there was a legitimate niche for Green Stuff World at one point. Now were those always stolen? I don't know. I can't really say that, but it's like it's real tragic. Good thing I'm wearing gloves, too. Otherwise, this would really fucking suck. Also, my water's gonna become brown as hell after all this. Okay. A little bit in the sides. There we go. Okay, so both these are here. I'm gonna say roughly in like 13. Okay, maybe, yeah. I know roughly when I do this. What do I paint in the meantime, though? Because I don't want to do it to the big pieces yet until I just absolutely make sure that like these little chunks are like pretty decent. There we go. I think it'll be fine. Well, I think it's just mostly just because like the you can get thinner corrugation out of like certain like crimpers and stuff like that. Like cardboard corrugation is like pretty legit, but it is thick. Like if you want like stuff that looks thinner at like a 28mm, 32mm scale, that's sort of what you would do that. I have tested this before a little bit, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad. What do I got as like a lad that I can paint for like the next like 13 minutes? Oh, here we go. Oh wait, hold on. I have a better option. There we go. Like melted Hershey's. It's me. I'm the delicious Hershey dip. All right, so there's this guy who I've had basically just on the desk forever. He's like a turn-up and cultist insurgent dude that I've had just in various stages of bullshit. He's in that like various stages of bullshit that I don't actually remember what some of the colors I was using for him. But whatever. No, in theory, the selling point of Newsh is that all of it can remain acrylic. I'm gonna see how that works. I can also use the rest of the remaining gray on this. Oh, hold on, never mind. The rest of the remaining gray is watery thin. I gotta reinforce that just a wee bit. Yeah, also having consistent size is pretty baller too. I know what I did is I just bought a bunch of just like pre-made corrugated like sheets of like paper. And those are pretty legit. Ooh, yeah, take it. Yeah, definitely take it. Luckily, it's like hopefully like the end of the day, so you don't gotta do much people in. If you need to like duck out to like like sleep and take care of your headache and whatnot, it would be no biggie. This guy was one of my flights of fancy when I was like, what if I made like Alpha Legion infiltrators for all my armies? And like one of those projects I still kind of want to do, but like it's not like nearly. This is the problem is like I've been actually starting to like purposely like if I have an idea, I've been trying to sleep on it. just to see how I feel the next day. It's actually been pretty good because like I nearly did a horrible Horus Heresy like little test project. So they released the Black Shields stuff recently, and I already mentioned that you can run an army in Horus Heresy of like 30 dudes now. That's not bad. I think that's neat. But I was looking at the stuff for cloning and automata, where you can make like a cold, unfeeling robot Astartes, and I was like, wouldn't it be really cool to have like I was thinking of this really neat idea of effectively like a world that was in the process of getting brought into the Imperium, and it was getting it shipwrecked, but the Horus Heresy broke out, so like all the Marines had to leave to go fight in the Heresy, and then these people were just like really, really good at cloning. So they're like, okay, we got all these like weird genetic freaks kicking around now, and they're trying to use like the Astartes to like, you know, bolster their planet's forces in case they come back. I was like, that would be cool. And I started to build the list that I would do. And I was like, oh. And I found like a bunch of like really, really cool like STLs and stuff. I was like, okay, this is fine. One basic thing I was looking at included 4 rhinos and 60 breachers for Horus Heresy. Mind you, I have not finished my word bearers. Not at all. And I was like, And then I slept on it, and I'm like, that would be... I still think that's a fun idea. But that's definitely, like, come back to that, like, maybe years later. Not now. I mean, I see what's going on. So, yeah, but, like, it's kind of like, you know... Like, you can rip apart cardboard to get corrugation stuff for projects, and it can work, but yeah, no, there are trade-offs. There are like consistency and thickness and whatnot trade-offs that come with doing it that way, which is why some people like specifically get like a crimper or a other piece of hardware just to kind of make that a bit easier. Again, it makes sense, honestly. Like it makes sense for both. Like I like cardboard enough, but I also kind of, oh yeah, especially if you got some extra, yeah, definitely go for it. I've kind of always found working with cardboard for terrain kind of a pain in the dick. Like it just like it always gets like really warped and what. I think that is kind of why, like, I know the like using cardboard for terrain is like peak soul, and I do agree with that. But I think even amongst like peak soul builds, there's a reason a lot of people have switched over to like foam board and whatnot. How you doing, Instancies? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at my beautiful chocolate terrain. It's succulent and excellent. How you doing, Ars? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so he's drying for a while. I forgot I had this guy on my desk. This is an old world chaos sorcerer. I guess I could paint him a little bit. I don't know why I'm feeling the urge to paint him a little bit, but you know what? You know, I can get a base coat on there. If I'm feeling the urge, I might as well at least get that on there. I still think he needs to be. So this is a placeholder base. He's probably going to eventually go on a 30mm square because, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to do much with the old world, but I would rather have the option to, because I already got like plenty of Age of Sigmar armies. I don't need more. I was originally starting to move these guys over to square bases, and then I got like a really wild like, oh wait a minute. Is this like dark purple? No, I think. Oh god, this is my lighter purple. Oh, this should be fine. He's a wizard. I can make this work. Where I was basically like, did I make a mistake? Like technically, I was like, you know, I'm costing myself options because my brain is really, really big on the idea that like I need to have options for everything forever. So it's like committing to a base size suddenly, man. I was like, oh yeah, I could use like conversion trays for these guys. And like, oh no. A lot of them, 30, like Skaven actually work fine in conversion trays because they kind of roughly like lay out. Slaves of Darkness into Warriors of Chaos is a little tricky because a lot of their units are on 30mm squares, which doesn't really fit well in the 32mm rounds. Like other times you can kind of move back and forth, but that one is like pretty much, you can pretty much go one way or the other. That quashed that idea, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. There are, but the thing is, like, the sizes still need to line up. Like, some people have made it, you can make it work for rank stuff, where you do, like, a really weird people have made ones where it's like you can have like the 32 millimeters stack in a weird way, in a way that's just not conducive to having cool bases whatsoever. But and there are converters, but yeah, no, the sizes still need to line up though. Yeah, for like base adapters and stuff. It's just you can't really go from 30 millimeter square to 32 millimeter round. The differences are just like they're too similar, but also like not big enough, if that makes any sense. Where it's like there's neither one has enough meat to hold the other one entirely. It's like you could do like a 20 millimeter square inside like a 25 millimeter round. And like that's pretty common and that's totally doable. So you got that. You got any fabric on you, my dude? Yeah, okay, he can get some purple in like his like general pit area, I guess. Get them purple pits. But you know what, it's fine. I also don't. It's also like a very minor project. This guy's just mostly getting painted just because I was clinging and I happened to find him. Oh fuck, that reminds me, I gotta fix my other guy. I gotta fix my other lad who is currently needs something for his arm. How you doing, anyway? How you doing? Nice. Isn't she connecting the corners around the circle? I don't think that would size up right. I at least I have a hard time imagining that. I did look for some good, like I was looking at what other people were saying about like kind of trying to convert stuff like that, and just the sizes just don't really super work. There we go. How you doing? How you doing? I'm admiring my delicious chocolate bases. They're looking mighty scrumptious. I'm feeling particularly Wonka-ish, kind of scrumdiddly-umptious. There we go. Oh no, he's still drying. Oh, he's still drying. Yeah, some of the sculpts are kind of weird for like that too. Take a bite. Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the crop. It's like on one hand, circle that like no, it's like but the thing is, it's like the sizes hangover though. Like you would have to you could make like a very complex interlocking mechanism. There would have to be like an intermediary in the middle. That could work. That's too much effort for this though. That's way too much effort. I don't kill. How you doing? Welcome. I'm waiting for these little chocolatey things to get done. So I'm just fucking around with some nearby stuff in the meantime. Like this obliterator. Yippee! I do like messing around with some bullshit. Yeah, I'm just looking for bullshit that I can also get quick too. This guy was unfortunately, I made a really terrible mistake of putting this guy directly on a base, and I don't think that was a good idea, but it's fine. Bunch of gray on here. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Got back from turnip night today, and I've been working on stuff. You're posing Kit Bash. Hey, let's go. Hell yeah. Sounds like fun. I can understand being worn out after a big conversion thingy. Oh god, you have no idea. Like, once you move past here, I have like 5 Storm Vermin, I have 2 Chaos Sorcerers and a Chaos Lord, some miscellaneous Trench Crusade stuff, and a couple of just like unpainted, like unprimed prints and stuff like that. If I decide to extend further, like deeper into my room, there's so many things I could pull from. This is like, I do a funny little haha tee-hee joke where I'm like, once I finish my backlog, maybe I will consider graduating as a VTuber. And the reason that's a tee-hee haha funny joke is because it's not ever fucking happening. That's not ever fucking happening. Like the pile is big and I add more minis to the pile. The backlog never ends. I do make great progress though. Like, it's one of those things that like, it's like, man, I have infinite models to paint and it feels like I'm getting nowhere. But then I will just be like, oh yeah, no, I just went to my shop with like a whole new painted army. And I was like, oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. I got stuff ready to go. Backrooms. I don't, backrooms are in that same thing with like, SPCs that I still, by the way, can you guys still not see the SPC channel I put in the Discord? I don't know if it's visible yet. Like, backlogs are just truly scary thing. And it's weird because it's supposed to have the same permissions as the other channels. I don't know why it's being weird. I might just need to remake it again. But basically, I want to do a really shitty SCP reading stream near the end of the month. The people have been clamoring for the fan fictions, and I also want to read some like really, really terrible shit. Okay, it is visible though. That's what I wanted to know. I just need to make sure that it was visible. Depths of this asshole. There we go. So this is a model I bought used, and it was already pre-glued to a base, so I just tried to put some like funky little details around it. I would not do it nearly at this stage because it's kind of hard to actually reach anything. There's little chunks of rock coming out. I also figure worst case, it'll probably still happen. I'm just gonna look at like, you know, there's gotta be some like really shitty like wikis that I can just let's look at like through a wiki and just find like all the ones that are rated poorly, or like have like, hey, we're the administrator. Hey, let's go. I was gonna say, I didn't directly comment, but that did look really legit. Hell yeah. Let's go. You found it. Hey, hell yeah. Nice. Maybe I need to do a little explanation what the channel is going to be for at some point, but it's there now, so that's cool. You talk about the background. Yeah, that feels like the thing that if I was young, like I do wonder what level of brain disease I would acquire in this modern era. I was lucky that I got off with like Pokemon and video games. Like I can't even imagine how deep into nonsense weeds I would have been going. Like I probably like for context, I'm like one of the 8 VTubers that dodged warrior cats. Not that I think warrior cats are bad. I'm just saying that like I've seen like, you know, people are still ride or die for warrior cats years later, and I just happen to miss that in its entirety. How you doing, Dark Muffin? Welcome. The channel is called, it's called Give Me Terrible SCPs. Okay, Matthew immediately found the 40K one. All right, so we're off to a real good start. Yeehaw, let's go. There's a god parrot in the back. That's the thing. Like, I feel like anyone could say anything about the back room. So I'm like, yeah, that's real. Yeah, that tracks. That's a thing. All right, I have a plan. So an ad break is going to trigger soon. Once the ad break is done, I'm going to try to de-choclify these lads. I think that's solid. There we go. Also, what am I looking at? There we go. Why am I over here? Why am I sure? Oh, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it was actually where it was at, and I just meant to be like it was like a little something. All right, there we go. So now, so sticky. Okay. It's coming off. I was like, oh no. Maybe I left it on too long. Off a little bit. So could in theory like maybe I could like slightly wetten one of these. Oh, okay. Okay, if I do wetten it, it does kind of give you a bit more. Okay. I was a little worried. I was like, oh no, this isn't coming off. Unlike the other one, this is not coming off. It does seem like water does kind of accelerate it a little bit. This is Newsh. I'm debating, like... I'm trying to get, like... I've tried it before on some minor things. And I'm now trying it on this, like, bigger terrain piece. And... Maybe I did it too thin. Maybe I gave it too much dry time. I don't know. Yeah, it's like I mean, overall it seems to be good. I'm adding water, which to help with the removal process with these sponges, because it seems like I fucking need to. I was like, oh god, it's not coming off. Oh no. Okay. It's like if I do it, it does seem like water does kind of like slightly reactivate it. It's still kind of dark. I also maybe just need to be like way more fucking aggressive with the sponge. That also seems to be it. The sponges are getting dirty like incredibly fast. Okay. Yeah, okay. So going requires a lot more oomph if I want to remove this. I probably need more sponge. See, I was, for some reason, the thing I saw previously was like, take like 15 minutes or so. Maybe I let it dry I probably let it dry too long, which, oh god, that means the other one. But it also still does seem like at this stage, water does reactivate it somewhat, so it's not like I'm like been totally fucked. Especially this would be nice if I could actually use the water to sort of like reactivate it like a little bit like the reductive technique. Need more hands. I do. I would like to have like an extra set or two at this stage right now. To be fair, like I said, I've used it on some turnip Gambians, and they actually like basically the exact time I was using. And I don't know, maybe it was like the thickness application. Maybe I did wait too long working on other stuff. I don't know. All right. This guy's like not great right now. I mean, like it's good enough. I need to probably also give similar attention to this fucker. Interesting. Maybe it's also possible that maybe I just didn't add enough Newsh. Maybe I need to double up on the Newsh a little bit. My hands are gonna be dirty as shit after the end of this. Okay, so if I try the other ones, which I might still use Newsh on the other shit tonight. But I think probably what I might try doing is like just doing a bit probably maybe more Newsh and less drying time. We'll give it maybe like 5 minutes instead. Yeah, I basically Horror Loving, I unironically did the exact same thing, where it was like, oh god, that's really drippy and wet. That's fine. I can basically remove like a huge amount then if I really need to. Basically what I did was like, I've basically moved on to enamels entirely. But the thing is like, you know, enamels don't make sense for terrain usage. I mean, you can, and I don't think it would be like the worst. So I was hoping that like maybe I could use this to do like similar enamel things, but for like terrain. Looking like not too bad. Like if like I said, I think if like these two bits get kind of fucked, it's not the worst. This actually doesn't look too bad though. I was afraid that these were going to be stuck in the chocolate dimension, and it doesn't look like that's true. Like it did go into the recesses. It toned down some of the oxidization effects. There we go. I guess you could take it off with a wet wipe. To try to reactivate it a little bit, I've been mixing some of the water with some of the sponge. Okay, that one's probably good. Also, I can leave a little bit. I can also leave a lot of like the dirt kind of in the back of this. Like, I don't think that's going to be a big dealio. Let's get around the rim. I also might be scrubbing a little too hard. So far, I haven't like actively removed paint with I guess at the end of the day, these are makeup sponges. So if I just fucking just like rip into them, well, not too bad. Okay, you know, not bad. I'm okay. I'm okay with these. What I can maybe do. Hold on. Like it and see if I can like wedge this fucker in there. Oh god, this eats so many sponges. My hands. All right. I am still a proud adventurer, so I'm gonna take all 5 of these and put them. Luckily, I have a fat grip of makeup sponges, so it's not like I'm hurting for makeup sponges. All right. Oh, okay. I could just put those in my lap where I can keep them safe and warm. All right. Let me zoom out because I don't need to be as like stupid zoom. There we go. And let's give it a go again. Fuck it. Let's go back into the Newsh mines once more with feeling. Fortunately, I have. Oh wait. I need to bonk all of you. Do I need to bonk anyone the year of our Lord 2025? I'm doing 8 drops. I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna try leaning a bit more onto the Newsh. Like I'm just gonna really just add way more Newsh per volume. Oh god, my hands are so it's like it's sticky but in like a tacky way. Let's go. Make it real. Let's make it happen. Guess I could also I just also need to maybe I also made the paint too thick sometimes. I don't know. I mean, but see, man, at the adult toy store. I mean, I would have loved to, but like I actually don't even know if $200 is good. They actually did have some like decent deals on some N64 games. I was like, Maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I do gotta go thicker. Maybe going thin is a bad idea. How you doing, Minidon? How you doing, Kurochi? Welcome. How you nerds doing? Yeah, how you nerds doing? I've been experimenting with Newsh today. I nearly had a bit of an issue, but it seems like I was able to resolve it with just enough water, so that's good. Currently now just trying to like get in this shit. Maybe like do I want to go like by corner, I guess? So okay, so I played a game at I played some Turps games at an adult toy store, and I don't mean like a pornographic one. I mean like it's a toy store where a child could never afford anything because it's all like vintage like toys and whatnot. I don't understand that I am a man-child, but I do find just like the irony of like this is a place where toys live and no child will ever afford anything in here. Like the inherent, yeah, like a collectibles place. Ew. I'm gonna be a little spicy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There were legit. Unironically, there were still in-box like 80s Star Wars toys. That's not wrong. It's all the scrimbo blimbos you could ever imagine. I'm gonna be real. I know what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is. Concept. Like I've heard the name. I have no idea what it's actually about. Ah, fuck. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to imagine like every Luke Skywalker, so yeah, no. Okay. Burning through makeup sponges like a motherfucker, but this isn't too bad. Okay, so just like a couple seconds of the blow dryer will get me to sweet glorious chocolate removal. There we go. There we go. Oh, I have to imagine. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, but like it's like, yeah. So now it's just like Rebel Soldier number 8, and the thing is, like, it's still old and vintage enough that like even the Scrimblows were like, yeah, no, the Scrimblow is still worth like hundreds of dollars. It was like, oh yeah, they had they just had like a random, not Trandoshan, not Calamari. The species that fights them on Calamari, like their alien rivals. I cannot think of their name off the top of my head. There was one of those there, but his box is fucked up. There we go, there we go. Yeah, the squid face dudes. Yeah. I'm blanking on what their actual names are. Quarren, thank you. Yes, there was a Quarren figure there. I actually don't remember any Quarren from the main series, but it's probably true. I go to this chocolatey guy. Add like a little bit of water there. Ah, there we go. So that's nice. If I need to like really bring back some like stuff, I can just add like just a little spritzel of water. I can just go like a little bit there, like a little bit here. I guess this is the equivalent of using, what's it called? This is the equivalent of how you can use, for like, what's it called? For the reductive technique, you can just add like a little bit of mineral spirits to reactivate some stuff. I can just add like couple little bits. There we go. Yay, there we go. Oh, that's good, yeah. Yeah, I think that's how those go. Because I finally enough, I remember that from the Star Wars Saga Edition like player's handbook, but beyond that, not really. No. Like I remember that they were mentioned and like you could play as them. All right, so check this. Okay, so I will say that like the ones that are drying now are not looking too bad. They're definitely dingy, but that's probably kind of what I was shooting for. I'm gonna add like a little bit more water. Maybe a tiny. There we go. How you doing? How you doing? Gomenasai. Watashi wa. Sorry, my Japanese is incredibly weak. I'm sorry. How much can I still remember? Hokusei no Toki? Also, how you doing, Cat God? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. I'm currently removing chocolate from my minis because I had a big mistake and I dropped all my chocolate on them. That's not true. I'm using a specialty wash product called Newsh. I don't know. As far as like actual like the question though about liking ASMR, I've never felt like I'm not one of those people that are like repulsed by it, but I've never found any that like really do anything for me. If that makes any sense. Kokusei no toki, Nihongo benkyou shimashita. Ima, Nihongo hanashimasen? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, I think now that I'm like removing it, it's like, will I use this in place of other stuff? No. Will I use this for terrain? Probably. I still think terrain is sort of like the big selling point to Newsh, I think. Hey, it's all good, Kuroji. How you doing? How you doing? See, okay, let's get some more on there. Do I play 40k? Yes, but only 3rd edition. There we go. Counting another Newsh drops I get. I do in 3rd edition I play Chaos Space Marines or Lost in the Damned in particular. I'm gonna like lean a bit more and more into I'm adding more and more Newsh to the ratio to see if that changes much. I do like Age of Sigmar. I used to play it 2nd edition, though it's been a hot fucking minute. It's been a while since I played. I used to run Skaven and Maggotkin, but I have not, you know. I think today I'm gonna have to do it. I don't like doing this. I think today I got a double glove. I'm getting this shit all over my hands and it feels weird. There we go. Yeah, Like, Age of Sigmar is a cool game. I just only have the mental bandwidth to do so many at once, especially because I do a lot of indie war games. Like, I like Turnip, I like Trench Crusade. We're potentially looking into Necropolis 28, which is, I think I have enough undead for that, maybe? I need to double check how many, like, zombos and skeletons I got kicking around. Yeah, okay, yeah, using the second block first is a good idea. I feel weird, but I think it's because I want to grip that, like, last little bit that's not getting anything. Kind of hit it like this. But yeah, like I said, I play war games, and like 40K's fine. The newer editions don't really interest me much because I'm definitely more the hobbyist kind of thing. I do play the Scrimblowest of Bimblos for war games. Unironically, yes. That's not even a bit. There are war games, like there was the Miscast guy apparently had, like, I think the Necropolis guy made a game for him called like Permadeath 28, where if you, like, your minis die, you have to smash them up. And I was just like, I would play that. I was like, I'd give that a go. And that's literally a mini game where you take your minis and, like, hit them with hammers. I'm at that level. A little bit of blow dryer. For context for what I'm doing right now, I'm using a product called Newsh, which is effectively supposed to be a way to sort of mimic the feel of, like, oil washes. Hey, there we go. Okay. I keep adding more and more of the actual Newsh stuff into here. And that seems to be the ticket. Or maybe the sponge is wet and that's actually doing some of the heavy lifting. But looking nice. Oh yeah. How you doing? How you doing? the delicious raspberry tart minis, the most powerful army in any war game. Also, I really like this album too. I'm glad I get to hear it. It's hard picking what I consider my favorite song, but this legitimately might be it these days. I hit that phase though where I just listened to it a bunch, so I burnt myself. Oh, okay, there we go. It's also like holding on to into the corners quite a bit, but in a way that I'm liking. This side I did not have to do. This side I didn't have to do any like real rescuing, so I might actually be figuring out how to use Newsh in real time. It's kind of cool. And I might go back and eventually. So it's like, oh, like the little metal bits for the door, I might go back and touch up later. But also, you know, it's also terrain. It's fine. if it's fine, it's fine. You know. Hey, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. There we go. I'm gonna let. He's like, yo, no, I got gloves on. I can't hit up this little corner. That's probably a good idea, just to get the like uniformly dry. Look at a big old blob of Newsh ready to go. Nope. I got a big old blob and I immediately hit an edge I already painted. I'm good at this. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. I do like in that game the idea that like if enough minis die, you can form a corpse hydra out of them. And I will say, there's something about the phrase corpse hydra that does activate my neurons. I hate how easy it is for me to find shit that I think is cool. And I'm just like, corpse hydra made of dead minis, huh? Like the temptation is real and like almost instant. There is no deactivating those almonds once they've been activated. There we go. I don't know if the blow drying step is necessary, but like, you know, even if it's, I will say also too, this paint, I don't know exactly what's in it, but this legitimately does have a very light chocolatey smell. I don't know if I cannot imagine they would actually use cocoa and pigments for brown paints, but that would be funny if they did. Yeah, this one's getting like way too saturated. Side, buddy. There we go, there we go. Next session just to watch the other players cry. You should, you absolutely should. That sounds fun. Hell yeah. Put the fear in them. Let's give it, yeah, just a small snack roll as a treat. Sorry, I have to hold it from this angle because this is like the lengthwise is kind of the worst. little bit in there. Oh, fuck. Gotta like hold it in a very certain angle as well. Maybe a little bit of water on this. Just a tiny bit. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is the first big piece that's been nooshed. I know they did this on purpose as like a marketing thing. It is really fun to say noosh. I will absolutely say that. No. In order to reach the corpse hider, they must talk to Grundle across the funky like the funky flesh bridge or something like that. Oh my god, I forgot the fun term for Grundle off the top of my head. Let's do this one now. Yippee! Oh, I never figured out what the fuck that's supposed to be. I have a big brain idea. So I had a big brain idea, but that big brain idea is actually like the black paint is not coming off. There we go. Yeah. For fumes and stuff too. I do think the big thing. So like overall, I've used like maybe like 30 drops of Newsh for all this. And like, you know, this does eat up regular like acrylic paints, but like, you know, it's fine. I think overall the the paint economy you get for it's pretty good. Like I don't. There we go. Like I don't know how long this bottle of Newsh will last for. The only thing that I don't like about this technique, and this is actually like unfortunately even as somebody who really likes a lot of the villainy ink enamels and stuff, it's always really tricky when you tie your stuff to a product. But just that usual of like, what happens if Newsh goes away one day? I don't know. I guess I'm fucked. The thing I have to imagine though, like you know, and this is no shade to the people at Pro Acryl. I have to imagine Newsh is like something that already exists. I have to imagine this is like some other, like the art industry already knew about this combination of chemicals that are like, or you know, I even have some like flow improver stuff. Like that Soja's like magical paint thinner or whatever does also dry matte and also increases the drying time. I do wonder if I took a couple of drops of that shit and put it into one of these, if it would give me similar results to Newsh. That's very possible. That's a very possible thing that could be real. Do I know? I don't know for certain, but like, so yeah, so maybe it's like would never be truly lost, but you know, gotta be careful at the end of the day. Also want this to glow. All the glow effects will not be ready by tonight. I'm making really good time. Holy shit. Nice. Sip before I do this. Like, I assume that makeup sponges, when they get too absorbed with shit, are like one and done. There is part of me that wonders, like, I wonder if I can like wash makeup sponges. Like if I can, I don't know if this is just be like the cheap bastard in me is like, what if I could just like squeeze all the paint out of them? Oh, I can't. Oh, that'd be good then. Let's go. It does feel like a waste, especially how quickly I burn through these. So like, if I can just like let them soak under like warm, like soapy water and just get all the paint juice out and like because this is the kind of shit I use them for anyway. Ooh, I will say, so a long time ago when I was actively looking up Newsh videos, I did see that like the artist opus guy was using them on a skeleton army. That skeleton turned out real nice. Like this is something that I think I don't think I will go back to using these on. I don't think I'll ever use these on like minis. But if you do got like a skeleton army, this has to be. I bet this would fuck incredibly hard. You just get all of your skeletons base coat, and this is sort of like the equivalent of like the dip stage, where you could just kind of hit like 10 skeletons at a time with Newsh. And just as long as you just keep like the drying time in mind, could be neat. That could be banging. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, that's the thing I'm going to need to do. I'm going to need to get like a cup where I put like sponges for enamels and sponges for acrylics, because I definitely use both. I use sponges for both. Oh yeah, like some of these are getting like ripped up as I use them, and I have to imagine after a certain point the ones that are ripped up will just become unusable entirely. But a couple of these are fine, you know. I don't need to put these on the face, so I imagine I can get like a little bit more juice out of that. I need like a couple drops of this. I'm using them dry, yeah. So sometimes I've been using them a little wet on the Newsh, just because like I did find that like apparently if the Newsh feels like it's really on, a little bit of water does seem to reactivate it. I don't know how long that's going to be true. Like I guess I'm going to need to figure out if these can handle being varnished. Because, like, you know, for terrain, you typically want to varnish your shit just because, like, you know, they get grubby little hands and they get scuffed up and whatnot. Helps it. Oh, okay. Maybe I should get them slightly dampened. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm just a little worried that if I do that, if it's going to actually, like, the water will actually hit the Newsh, though, and it'll activate it. That might be too much. I'm okay with losing a couple of sponges for minis. It's weird. I'm both like yeah, I want to reuse all the sponges as much as I can, but like if they fall in the field of battle, I'm okay. For me, it's just like if they're just like saturated, if I can wash them out, I think that'd be fine. I can give that a go on this side. Hold on. Take this one. Don't get in the water. Okay, they do squeeze pretty dry. I can just kind of even like siphon off a little bit more water into my paper towel. There we go. Sorry, I had to get a Kung Pao reference in here because I'm damaged. I got that like Jared Leto like Joker tattoo, but it just says Chosen One on my head instead. That's just the brain I'm operating with. Also, Black Roses, have yourself a good night and take it easy. Have yourself a good rest. So we got Dampy Boy. Oh, okay, this isn't too bad. Yeah, you are right. I will admit that my knowledge about makeup sponges is pretty low. Like I use them for airbrushing and for like been using them more and more as my choice for doing the reductive technique for enamel stuff. This actually pretty good. It's damp. Oh, this might be the way to do it. Oh yeah, I could use them for flocking too. True. Got a couple little goop bits in there. Looking good. I can definitely tell that these are getting lighter as I do them, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just more like me figuring out the ratios I want for the effects I want. How you doing, Noodles? How you doing? I'm applying fine layers of chocolate to my minis. How you doing? I've been testing Newsh today, which has been going pretty good. Oh, okay, that's true. A bigger heli. Oh, I should have also. I think there's like little bits I'm realizing. Like, oh yeah, I probably should have did some tarnishing on the little brassiere thing. I don't know. It'll be fine. Oh god, that was big goopy. That's incredibly gooped out. I also really don't like this little bit just because like it's already at an angle. Eventually this is going to pop off and I'm going to feel nothing. Like it's just like, yeah, no. You were born to die. Sorry, I had a sponge just try to like launch itself directly into my desk. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. Kind of putting it on thick also kind of looks like it does work. Brazier, my bad. I'm used to them getting them mixed up. That I've also just begun to mix them up, like vocabulary wise. Like logically, I know the difference. For some reason, the pronunciation just also got swapped in my brain, which is just kind of a funny little quinky dink. I gotta get side, which isn't going too bad. Yeah, definitely getting these slightly damped definitely did the trick. Please don't snap off. Please don't snap off. All right, there we go. All right, let's take a look at the other lads. So we have this one. Oh, this is basically like almost dry at this point. Not quite. Right. I want to even make an attempt to see if I can remove any more. It's fine. You know, though, I'm reasonably happy about, oh god. I'm reasonably happy about this result. Like, maybe I might want to touch up the skulls, but I also don't know how much I care about the skulls on the base. This is a good experiment. Hell yeah. Looks nice and worn out. And then we got this bad boy who is also nice and worn out. And I can actually... Nice. Okay. Also I need to rinse it. All my water is just brown now. All my water's brown. This sucks. Great success. All my water's brown. All right. Do I want to start painting on the white? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let me set these chuckle fucks to side because I can. These just have regular acrylic paint in them. They can be removed. Shift my legs around because I would like to get comfy. All right, there we go. Also, there we go. My hand is still covered in just like, no, now the paint's dried. Fuck, okay. I should have maybe left that on. That's fine. All right. Let's get let's start doing some whites, specifically where I want like glow bullshit to happen. Where's my little dripping bottle of... There we go. I got a little vial of just like, you know, like just pure acrylic medium. And also, I don't know what happened. My Pro Acro bottle dried inside the thing, and I just have not. My brain is always like, you should clean that out, Hal. I'm like, I should, and then I just forget that thought immediately. That's fun. The nice thing about bases I've found is you can always just like clip off the top of the base and put on a smaller one. Yeah, there's technically rules in Trench Crusade about like, base size, because there are certain models that like this can move a model of X base size, but like worst case you could just be like, yo, I put them too big. If there's any rules that just say X, they'll just treat it as the regular base size. It'll be fine. I don't think a lot of people would really give too much of a shit. Okay, this is gonna be another one of those things where applying the white effects and will eventually turn into the glow is gonna add a lot more color. It's like, ooh. I'll probably have to hit up the edges. I think there's also like a little like Skaven meth lab in here, and I'm debating how much of that I want to glow. With the usual caveat of like, oh, there we go. That usual caveat of like, this is terrain. How much effort do I want to put into that? It's weird because it's like I both care very much and very not a lot. I think it just fluctuates depending on like my like, fuck this kind of ratio, where it's like And it's like, that's a lot to do. Fuck this. Or like, but like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all these cool techniques and use some new stuff just to see if I can make this look nice. I just love how my brain works like that. There we go. Yeah, the real issues that you'll know. Deep in your heart, you'll know. You'll know that your lad's base is too fucking big. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's always, at least, maybe I'm just extra permissive as like a war game player. I give my opponents so much benefit of the doubt for like literally anything. It does not matter. A lot of games, it's like you're like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm also like not playing in tournaments. Like I'm just playing with buds. So it's like, oh, this thing's on too big of a base. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. It's fine. Definitely need another coat later, but like I was just immediately, it's like, bam, color. Alright, so we got, so there is the meth lab, which, I don't know if I want to go like full other, like painting everything, but maybe just like a tube. Maybe just get this tube to be white. There we go. 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 Oh, it looks like the big thing right now is I'm noticing where it's like these little. See, I might actually need to try to get like a brush to deal with that. I'm gonna use a really jank brush because I'm noticing like in some of like the little alcoves. I'm just gonna like take that in there. I'm just gonna kind of like scoop it out if that makes any sense. Where it's like, that's not gonna dry like super well, so I'm just gonna like get up in there. I think like the rest of the stuff is fine. It's got a couple little bits like that. There we go. Okay, these are still gonna need to dry. So I guess the big pieces are just gonna get locked off for a while, and these two will just be dry. And any other mini I want to work on during this. I have all these like projects that are just on the desk. I'm like, these need paint. They're fine. They'll get time when they get time. Oh yeah. Blood effects and crackles are good foundational stuff. I guess I can continue to work on this obliterator. I don't know why he's getting. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm a fucking idiot. I do like this obliterator, but... So when I was starting to work on this terrain, I had this, which is another 3D printed piece of terrain. And if I'm going to do terrain, I should just kind of keep doing terrain the rest of today. Yeah, let's give this fucker a go. It's also not going to be like the most complex thing ever. Telltale base. There we go. I'm just gonna try to get all these skeletons painted another layer, and then I need to like touch up the brick around them. There we go. This is like technically Trench Crusade terrain, but it's like not big enough to really matter. For me, I think this is just gonna be really cool for photography reasons. I think this is gonna be really nice photography stuff. Oh yeah, if you're doing like auxilia stuff, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Side. Browse my manufacturer colts. I do that already. I did that today. Because this is the thing that fucks my shit up really bad for browsing for STL stuff. So, like, I'm currently, like, I've been printing stuff for my Horse Heresy guy. Because I was like, okay, I want to get some, like, stuff for him. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. However, it's also definitely not the same color I use, but it's, like, still really good, so I'm going to stick with it. Where it's like, okay, I want to get, like, I need to print out his some, like, hands and maybe, like, an extra, like, brazier for his back. Because, you know, he's got the big, like, he's got that big funky, like, Horus Heresy, you know, just 40k thing where he's just got a big fuck off, just, like, fire on his back. Why? Yeah, I don't know. So he's looking pretty good. Like I said, I think I currently got his base is gotten plaster applied to it, and it's currently drying in my kitchen. So ideally, if that, like, once I can, like, get that base together, I should actually be able to work on them this upcoming week, which will be fun. But then, so, oh, sorry, for the start of the actual tangent, the reason I was going this far is because what will happen is, like, I will, like, okay, I got the thing I needed. I got the mini I needed and, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 extra things. But, like, this is kind of the danger of, so, like, an FDM printer, you know that, like, the more you add, the more time you're going to spend. So, like, you know, you kind of, like, tactically either want to keep it lean or just, like, put enough stuff that you can just, like, let it go for a day and not, like, babysit it. However, for resin, because the time doesn't increase with the amount of stuff you do, and, like, there is, like, it's gonna sound weird, there is, like, resource loss by doing multiple tiny prints, because, you know, you do need, like, gloves and shit, like, basically, like, new gloves and shit each time. Maybe there's some way, I guess you could use reusable gloves. I use disposable gloves just because I think it's, like, you know, I don't want to fuck around and find out. But, because of that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be doing a print, and I got, like, a couple things, but I need, like, a couple more things. What's in my big box of things that I could grab, like, a couple more things? Surely I have a couple more, just, like, you know, lying in wait, just waiting for me to do stuff. Or, you know, what's new on my mini factory? And, like, what should just be, like, an easy little trip will take a while. So for context, like, I got this body for part of another print, right? This is just another guy, another big Trench Crusade, big machine armor guy. Big machine armored pagan. I figured having 2 would be good. And I printed his head, like, I'm using a different head from the base. So I was like, oh, I'm printing his head too small. So I need to print a bigger head. And the shotgun, like, I don't know. His shotgun had, like, a printing error, so I need to print that. Those are 2 incredibly tiny things that I gotta mix into. I was like, okay, so that's too small for a run. What else do I, like, what else do I need? Or what else could I theoretically need if I pushed myself to need more? Ooh, hell yeah, let's go. Balmy temperature. Oh yeah, that room's gotta be, like, fucking blazing. But, well, hell yeah, I'm glad they won free stuff. That's fucking bitchin'. How you doing, Battletech? Battle Rack. Oh my god, what's happening? How you doing? I'm currently waiting. So I did some Newsh stuff for some of my terrain, and it looked pretty good. Definitely dark as shit. I might touch that up with maybe, like, a dry brush or 2 later. Maybe. Once again, how much do I want to fuss with this? It is terrain. I can write this off as, like, maybe I used too dark a color for Newsh. We'll reconsider next time and just move on with my life because I got other projects to do. Terrain also just has to look, like, nice enough. Oh, they got a bunch of stuff. So basically your LGS has now upgraded from LGS to small print farm. Which, honestly, I mean, considering you got the customers for the people who would want a small print farm right there. Like, yeah, that's not a bad business. Not a bad business. But yeah, no, I also cannot browse my mini factory on stream. Not that there's be any issue with it, but, like, I don't know. Sometimes I do forget that people just, like, legitimately, like react content and just watching people fuck around on some stuff. I don't know. I always feel bad when I do that, but it's like, that is actually entertainment for a lot of people. How you doing, Mikey? How you doing? Yeah, also, like, I do keep, like, not safe for work off on my mini factory. I like seeing everything, you know? I don't give a shit. But yeah, so I've nooshed up a bunch of other terrain, which is drying, and it's turning pretty good. This is, like, another piece. Yeah, I think the reason this has so many skulls is that creators like this, they really wanted this to look like, you know, in Terminator when they show you bits of the future and it's just, like, piles of dead people and just, like, the remaining humans being just sort of chased through the wreckage of Earth. They basically wanted to recreate that, from what I understand. This particular bit is from... Sorry. They're, like, one of those people that have, like, the most generic name of all time. I would need to look this bit up. Get a little bit of this tan earth on my thing. The other ones I showed were from the Skaventide starter box. Yeah, that's what's just, like, sometimes it's not safe for work because it's just, like, a demonic, like, it's like a demon with a tit that's ripping someone in half, and you're like, yeah, no, that's metal, and if I miss out on that, I'm gonna be big sad. And then sometimes you just see like boob. That's, you know, that's just the nature of the beast of the internet. Hold on. I can never remember the manufacturer of this, and it's been a while since I got this on my thing. Okay, this group is called Custom Miniature Maker, which you gotta try harder for a name. I'm sorry, you gotta try harder for a name. But the set's cool though. The set's really cool. Also, these skulls are gigantic. Yeah, just one. I don't see balls a lot on minis. Every now, like, this is something that I know repeatedly once you get into, like, the grimdark, artsy kind of side of like, minis. You do see a lot more hanging dick. But it's not, like, supposed to be like, ooh, hanging dick. For people who are into hanging dicks. This is more like, this is a madman who's gonna beat you with a tire iron. Also, his dick's out. Which, to be fair, does kind of accentuate the horror factor because, you know, a fully clothed person going at you with a tire iron, you're like, oh no, what happened? And then, like, if you see someone who's dick out, you're like, oh no, something bad happened. You're dick out in public and you're chasing me. This is not good. It doesn't matter who you are. If I'm in public and someone's dick out chasing me, I'm gonna have a bad day. That's gonna be a bad day I'm gonna remember for a while. Also, yeah, I also don't want to get, like, timed out or anything. So, yeah, you know, it'd be like that. Yeah, it's a cool set. It's a cool set. Story there. Advanced dick-based horror. Who knows? I mean, okay. I understand that as someone who's not into dicks, that, like, the idea of a 12-foot tall goat man doesn't activate my neurons. But what I don't mean like a Baphometic demon with a huge donger. I mean a lot of people are doing like crazed madmen. Like unironically like a Mordecai mini that is a homeless man showing hog with no clothes on, but like a like basically like a blindfold and a necklace that has like Sigmar on it. That's the kind of thing that they're going for. They're not going for just like the seductive allure of big dick. No, they're going for the fear of homeless dick or like crazy man dick. Which you know, yeah. Yeah, or yeah, I guess yeah, there are some like it's like God, is it Celts that have hanging dick? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, if you do want, like, demons and goat dudes with, like, dicks, I think those exist. Probably. It feels like a thing that probably exists. Homeless dick. Yeah! It's like, you know, once again, it's just like an unshaven stink lord who has a crazed look in his eyes in a club. Like, that's what a lot of grimdark people do, because that's, you know, that has a certain element of fear to it. No, I wouldn't even say dick that's been in a glory hole. I'm gonna say, like, a dick that has been shown to someone trying to fill their gas at a gas station. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's also like, but yeah, but I don't see that too much though. I would say overall, like that kind of dick is rare in minis. You see more like spooky boob. Spooky boob is way more common. Like, I really like the bestiarium take on the daemonettes. They're cool, but like, if I want to run them in my shop, I'm gonna need to file some nipples off them tits. Or like, the Westphalia did this like big flesh amalgamation of people. And in that big flesh amalgam of people, there is just like a lady's naked torso. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I would rather they do that. I would rather they do that. And then like, eventually... Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. Boob can be spooky, scary. I would rather creators do that, and then like if I need to make it more work safe for my streams or like my shop, I can just file that shit off. I'd rather them do that than them not do that and just like have to like they have to be like less open for a thing they want to do artistically. I think that's reasonable. Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, the big lady. It is really funny because like it's a good model. I don't know if that's going to be one that's going to be on their tribe or if that's just going to be like in a Kickstarter thing. But also, like, I knew what the responses were going to be like. Actually, no, the thing, I like that shit, honestly. I enjoy that because I enjoy people pushing the medium. Because, like, you know, listen, I like minis and stuff like that. There's a lot of minis that are like the most beautiful ultramarine you've ever seen. Great. There are like hundreds of the most beautiful ultramarine you've ever seen. Like, people have painted the apex of an ultramarine. That's fine. I would rather them do weird artsy bullshit than like use. To be fair, a lot of times they actually primarily use like cotton, or like you can either use like Q-tips, or you can just like use like teddy bear stuffing for hair. I think a couple have done hair as like a one-off thing, but otherwise it's not like a thing you usually do. But yeah, this is the new communicant that's coming out in something from Westphalia, and all the Westphalia people, I don't think they were trying to. I mean, you know, I'm sure somebody's like, that's a big lady for us. But like, just the responses of just everyone just being like booba booba. Oh yeah, no, I know there's, I think one of the Grimdark Compendium people did use actual hair for a thing. I know that they did that as at least a one-off. I will say most of the time they're just using like teddy bear fluff. I do know that one of those mad lads did try that at least once. And I can understand being lost about that, but once again, I have been, everybody's like wood. Same, understandable. But like, you know, I'm curious if that was the reaction they were expecting. She does look like she's named Helga, though. I would believe that. I don't know. I have been in like the most like weirdo, pretentious mood as of late, where I think it's my inherent brain, like my brain's like inherent reaction to like slop nonsense, where like I want to see the artistry, I want to see the human weirdness behind everything. Where it's like, if some chucklefuck wants to add his hair to a Warhammer mini, that's more of like a statement or and trying a thing than a lot of people do. And I appreciate that effort in these trying times, unironically. I think it's neat. Yeah. Oh, understandable. Definitely, like, it's a jam that I like, but I also like, I do chaos primarily. I love everyone being a horrible, gribbly fuck when I paint them. That's what that's what I enjoy. But I also know that like a lot of people don't like that, and that's why there's, you know, there's other war games and armies that are good for that kind of thing. Understandable, totally understandable. I myself though, I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. Metal bits, and oh, there we go. I think I don't know if there's a good way to like angle this. Oh, the lion worships Christ with her. Fair, understandable. There's how long. I think this is going to dry pretty quick. I need to double check how the skulls are doing. These skulls, I think I actually need to do more layering of the color, because I'm realizing like there's like hidden gray areas in here that I just totally missed. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. Should hit that up. Hey, there we go. There. The nice thing is if you do metal on like a dark gray or a black and you miss a little bit, it just looks like metal. Like it still looks good. There's that like inherent funkiness of that. Yeah, I will admit I do really like the techniques a lot of grimdark people do. I gotta get this guy ready because like I want to try the thing that like Billis did where he's mixing like basically like a blood paint. You take like a blood for the blood god and you mix it with mineral spirits because one's an acrylic and one's not. And what that means is it causes the blood paint to form little globules, and you can just take a brush and like slam those fuckers onto there, and it'll lead these kind of like really, really interesting like blood things going on. And I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. That's a thing that I think I'll need to test off stream just because it's going to require a lot of like watching a tutorial while I do bullshit. Well, I do want to try it someday, though. That does seem neat. How much is it, like, I'm definitely going to touch up the gray around these, so I'm not, like, super worried about, like, overshooting. I just need to make sure that there is, like, a bit that I just don't miss part of the skull. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, this is, like... Maybe someday I'll print the whole set of this. That might be. The problem is it's like, at least this takes up almost my entire print bed. Because, like, you know, I've like my printer's good for resin minis. It's not good for like big resin things, which is fine. You know, in theory, if I ever, God, I think I'm down to like 3 months of being unable to use my FDM printer because I've just not sat down. I did, maybe, I don't know. What I'm saying, I'm thinking the news though is like I am getting Friday off from the guild because I've not had any time off for myself and it's just accumulating. Excellent. Yeah, it's really neat. He also did some things too where he's also mixing in a little bit of like like a Nuln oil in there. I absolutely will miss one skull for sure. I thought I got all the skulls last time. Even with those other minis, I was like, where the fuck are these other skulls at? Fuck. It'll be fine though. You have a week and a half off. Oh, ooh. Are you doing like a formal vacation thing, or you're like, all right, it's time. My backlog will be destroyed. Well, either way, fuck yeah, let's go. Oh, everyone's good. I guess it's that time of year where it's like, well, if you have a job that gets real busy, like the guild, like it's not like a seasonal job, but definitely during like fall, it definitely like spikes quite a bit. Ooh, a Malifaux. Ooh, let's go. Still want to do some Malifaux stuff. I'm very curious about I know some people on my shop are like, ooh, Malifaux 4th edition, I might play that. And I think even though I have not bought basically like any mini during 3rd edition, I think I might still have, like, oh no, that's not true. I do have Von Stuck. Because I just picked his crew up at Gen Con like 2019, I think, something like that. Like, I should still have enough that I should be like competent. Gets gloppy and flows down. Yeah, that seems to be the thing. I think that he was using like the Carrion Crimson, some other shit too, which seems neat. The tricky thing is I can't, because all the bottles are dark, it's real hard to see how much is in there. How you doing, Lord of Bones? Welcome. Hey, look, check it out. As the Lord of Bones, you will appreciate the fact that I'm painting a bunch of skeletons right now, or skulls in particular. That's, oh god, that really got splotchy. That's fine. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get all these base coated so that I can eventually go and like touch up the areas around them and just have this as like a funky little like terrain piece. Mostly a lot of my terrain has been getting used at the shops too. I've been donating terrain and other bits and bobs to some of the local areas, and they've been just getting used. I'm like, hey, let's go. That feels nice. It was funny because I think one piece I I forgot that I donated it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to take that. Oh wait a minute, no, I brought that here to live here forever. That's not coming back with me. The Necron, hey, let's go. Ooh, what knights are you getting? Listen, Necrons are cool, but like, fuck yeah, knights. So, I'm gonna let these dry, and then I'm gonna find out that I didn't get enough in some areas. There we go. And now let's do a bit of more of the white over here. Ah, fuck, we got ad break. Let's get the glowy bit. That one they could only probably just use one coat, and then yeah, boy, let's fucking go. Let's fucking glow. Hell yeah. Yay, stupid jokes. Yippee. Let's go. Excellent. Then I think once this dries, okay. Yeah, priest. Oh, you mean, you know that joke about the like I've requested knights and they get sent the Imperial knights, and then the other person's just like, oh, I think like they just get like regular knights on horseback. I thought you were talking about Imperial knights. Fuck yeah, no, that's another like Doom 1490 is another one of these like long line of indie war games I want to give a go one of these days. I don't think it has any players where I'm at, but I also know like at least one or two other people that have like, hey, you want to play Doom? Do you want to play Doom? They would probably give it a go. For context for everybody, Doom 1490 is, really, son of a bitch. I keep missing all these secret players. It's basically like It's almost like a medieval game of the floor is lava, where like your guys have to continually like climb up this kind of like medieval broken tower because like the ground gets filled with miasma. Also, you want to stab your opponent, you know, as one does, Shit, I need to check out more of these niche war games near me. Apparently every niche war game I've ever wanted to play at least once has like a secret player base. There. In the very bottom? Yeah, there we go. Anywhere that I overshoot, it's just gonna be more close. It's not. Yeah, I did see they did charge for the rules, which is a little weird. For me, I actually don't mind minis games that are very similar in concept because that just means I could just run a mini for both. I do understand that some people don't like that. Like there's people there. I know for some people online try to do like console war bullshit. Some people want to do console war bullshit for war games, and I'll never understand that. But like, I don't know. I remember there's like a war game called Sludge I thought was neat, but people like try to get into slap fights online with it about turn up, and I'm like, I don't understand why you like this. We're grown adults doing stupid hobbies. Like we can come to an accord. But yeah, it seems neat. I have like technically I have a couple of minis that I think were designed for it because I know Westphalia did some Doom stuff at one point. These spikes, I wonder if this is supposed to be like a little bit of flame that's actively like going over the lip. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Yeah, okay. There we go. I bet you. It's for me. It's not competitive. Is not the right word. It's just like there are people that like unfortunately like some places on the internet have been around long enough where the idea is somebody, if their parents bought them a PS3 during the formative years of their life, caused that person who got insulted by someone who owned an Xbox just to become like someone who will just get into like long drawn out like bitch fits on the internet. Yeah, it's just like technically just like another form of internet tribalism. But I just find it like that kind of like video game and like system tribalism is just very aggravating. I've always thought about like gone full Edor. Is it Edor? I don't know. The one where you just like play everything and it doesn't matter. Like if you like it, you play it. Who gives a shit? Oh yeah, get some. Let's see, I've been ordering a lot of tubing. Hold on. My tubes unraveled. Like I got a bunch of like really thin silicone tubes recently. I haven't used them for anything yet, but I really want to do. Oh god, I don't even know where this starts and where this ends. I want to take like a little chunk and like an itty bitty chunk and cut it and stick it in like the back of like a Nurgle thing. You have like a weird like tubey polyp nonsense. Like, I gotta wrap this up and hope for the best. Yeah, same blood. I'm big on using models for multiple systems too. I find that just like an inherently fun practice. I probably need to put this in a baggie. I got so many various forms of like organization that definitely needs like a bag. All right, so that's drying. Kind of splotchier than I would like, but that's fine. I love how bright it looks on the camera, though. It's like, whoa. Let's go. Also, like, check out how like good this, like this. Okay, it still turned out really dark, but I do think it looks good. I do think this turned out pretty legit. Yeah, see, I also think, speaking about Sludge, I think Sludge had the same problem. Where, like, I really like the creator of Sludge. I forget his name off the top of my head. Not Simpson Simon. Anyway. He does, he's the guy behind Relic Blade and stuff like that. He's a really cool guy. I bought some of his minis before. I've bought Relic Blade stuff. I bought Sludge. Like, the thing is, though, like, it's really hard for an indie war game to be like, you should play me. Like, okay, where do I start? Give me $10. No. Like, I'm very firmly that, like, you should pay for your work, but also, like, as a form of advertising, you need, like do a core book or do, like, a beginner's version or, like, anything. Do like a starting scenario where you have like pre-made warp, anything that's just not saying to like, well, sorry, still direct. Or yeah, or do that to incentivize it with like a mini or an STL or something. That would be neat. Well, I guess I could go and start just getting like the Warpstone. I can do that. Especially while I got like a bunch of like white on my palette. Yeah. Oh no, I do love kit bashing games for certain. Like, you know, that's kind of like my main shtick. That's why I don't play modern 40K, because modern 40K just creeps more and more away from the idea of kit bashes. Also because I like my 3D printer very much. And I like my 3D printer for doing kit bash stuff, and like 40K doesn't super jazz with that. I know, you know, as usually if your local group is down for it, it's a very different like thing, but like, you know, I like games that encourage me to kit bash and not games that begrudgingly accept that I might give my Space Marine a different helmet. I say that even though I do a lot of 40K stuff, but I also do like Horus Heresy for that too, because like G-Dubs doesn't really like, you know, monitor Horus Heresy like events and stuff, and people just kind of do whatever the fuck they want, which I enjoy. There we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I thought I had a bit of white on my hand. I was like, oh, did I spread that? Because I do that sometimes where it's like I get a little bit on my hand. Yeah, yeah. And that's why, but like the thing is like you can definitely tell that at one point they changed. Oh, do you do manual supports? I will fully admit that I'm a lazy bastard and I do auto supports. I'm gonna be real. I've really never had issue with auto supports. Like very, very, very rarely auto supports have let me down. But even then, I feel like that was more of a past thing, where it's like I feel like the times auto supports have let me down, I'm willing to believe that that's like an issue for me too. See that? Okay, so I will say that G-Dub store. Is it like, if it's a branded G-Dub store, treasure that store, because that is a very atypical way to do that. Like a lot of the stuff is kind of dependent on like the organizer, but like if you go by the rules of Warhammer World, like you cannot do like a lot of third-party kit bashing stuff. It's real unfortunate. Huh. I have not tried the gigantic 1 foot tricks, but I could see that working. That sounds reasonably legit. Yeah, my local one, I don't know. The thing is, like, my local one is basically like a weird kiosk shop anyway. Like my Warhammer branded Warhammer store. I just don't even really go there. Just well, yeah, those turned out pretty good. Then we got this guy over here, who is, there we go. We got the little smoky ball. All over the place with this bad boy. Yeehaw. Yeah, do I bust out the... I could maybe bust... No, okay. Well! This is what I'm talking about. I know, deep within my heart of hearts, in the goop shape of approximation of a heart, that this little bit is going to knock over. There's a part of me that's like, Hal, you could end this. You could just snip that fucker off. You could snip that fucker off, and I'm going to resist a call of the void and say no, with the realization that someday it will get knocked off, and that'll be fine. When that happens, that'll just be what happens. It'll be entropy doing it, and not me like doing that. A digital backlog, yeah. I don't know. I usually print for a specific purpose, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking for kit bash stuff, or like a new release came out. I think both those approaches are valid. I just found that it's just like what works for best for me. Go. Oh, hold on. What's that at? Oh, there we go. This is not technically... Oh, hold on. Okay, so these also apparently are like little Warpstone nubs that I just kind of forget about. Delightful little Warpstone nubs. I think also part of this bell is supposed to be like a regular metal, but that's fine. Probably touch this up with like a nicer brush later. There we go. Yippee! Let's go. But yeah, no, I've been very lucky. That's also why I've been really enjoying this like smaller store we've been going into, because it's entirely like a DIY like indie place. So everybody just does whatever the fuck they there for terms of models, and that is my ideal scenario. That is the perfect thing. 3D prints, kit bashes, proxies, whatever the fuck. I got this really watery, but I think it's actually really nice for this bit. This bit is not supposed to glow, but I think it's going to look good when it does. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able... Yeah, I don't... Oh, that's like a... It's like a chunk. What is that? Where did that chunk come from? Hold on. There's like... Okay, there's like a couple, like, little stone bits in... Did that come off the obliterator earlier, maybe? Maybe. Unfortunate. There's like, I don't... Oh! I was like, what happened here? And there's like a little, like, caliper action, just like moving it up. That's fine. That's fine. If the glow leaks into the surrounding stone, that's also fine. Oh no, those are fun. So if you're like selling them, that's one thing. But like, I think if you get together and like swap bits, that's fine. I really enjoy those. I really enjoy those kind of like big, like, because that's another thing that like this indie shop does is like there's just like people will just bring stuff to like, I got all these prints I don't need, or like, here's bits for a game I don't play anymore, fuck it. I like that. I like that a lot. Those are really fun. I eventually want to go to like a proper wargame convention, because I know like the bit exchange swap meet bullshit is sublime, and I want in. Like, I'm not even hard up on getting like minis or anything. That's if I think at the end of the day, it's like I don't need more minis. If I legitimately never got a single mini, it would still take me a while before I depleted. But like, I just like the idea. Like, I think it's just because I have that inherent brain thing where it's like, I love looking through like deals and just like shops and stuff for cool stuff. That's why I like going to used bookstores. That's why like I still have that like this dream has been obliterated for like years. There's no way that this could exist anymore. But forever I always did I would sometimes go to yard sales with that dream as someone just like, oh, I don't know, my boy Timmy was really into Magic the Gathering until, you know, he started really enjoying crystal meth. So now I got all of his old cards, and oh, this is like $5. What is this, some sort of black flower? Yeah, that's fine. And just like, you know, just come home with all that, with like a cool, like hidden stash of Magic card. That definitely doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. People running those kind of sales have wizened up to a lot of things. But like mini bit swap meet things, like those aren't like, you know, those are just for like the love of the game, so that makes it a little bit more fun for finding cool gets. Yeah, I guess that's true. I was born too late. I guess I have an inherent just like built-in sense of like I may be an elf, but I have a dwarven like desire just to go digging for treasure. It do be like that. Yeah, there we go. Get this little... Oh yeah, you know what I could have done? I have a white speed paint that I have not used. Hold on. This is stupid. I don't think this is going to change much. I just want to see what... So this is blinding light. I just want to see what the fuck this looks like. Legitimately. Okay, on my palette it is... Oh, it's like a gray. I don't think I'll be using. Hold on, I'm not gonna use it on that. So okay, I have a storm vermin. I have a storm vermin. Okay, so it is white. It's just interesting. I think I originally got this for like runes and stuff, and like I don't think it's a good rune color. You know what? Oh, you know what this color is? You know what this color would be good for? Like a stormtrooper. Like you guys can't barely see it. It's that white. It's like very light gray white. Like I think this would legitimately be nice for a stormtrooper, where you like coat it with this, and you probably do some highlights directly on the white instead. It is, but I was like, this is gonna dry like way too gray at this current state. Like I could maybe mix like a little bit. Okay, it doesn't change a huge. It definitely is like the speed paint definitely like increased the like Kelberry action, where it's just I just saw the existing paint just like rocket into like some of the little like spike area. Actually, this is kind of nice. It is mixing a bit with the. Yeah, Koke. Yeah, it is just straight up. That's actually fun. Hold on. Fun. Chill though. I kind of like the idea of just having the glow just like trickle up into the stonework, because that means if this is working, I should also be able to eventually use I should eventually be able to use the like the Shamrock Ring stuff, and it'll also do a very similar effect. Oh, it smells weird though. I don't know why. Usually I don't like paints inherently kind of have like a weird smell sometimes, but this is like a very compared to even most paints, this has a very distinct chemical smell, and I don't know why. I don't recognize the smell in other speed paints. What the fuck? What is in you? What component is deep inside this weird white gray? It did blend pretty well with the existing white, though. I was a little worried about it. I don't want to try to force the glow up the other bricks. Make like a big chunk. It's like this. Okay, it seems like it travels down just almost on like whims and vibes. Yep. Okay. Well, shit. All right. Well, that's looking pretty good, but it is unfortunately time to end for tonight. So let's go ahead and pause the tunes and let's go to my chatting screen. Wow, there we go. Once again, I still need to like properly organize my stuff with the new like stream. What's it called? The fact that like my tree organization plugin is dead, and it makes me big sad. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. I had a lot of fun. Schedule next week will look very similar to this schedule as far as various things go. The plan for movie night is to do the plan for movie night. For painting, I'm probably going to be doing some Horus Heresy stuff next week. The plan for movie night is probably going to be Hellboy, the 2004 one. Apparently there's a Hellboy movie released last year. I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't heard about that. It's probably real bad. And yeah, and more Alice on Sunday, aka I might finish Alice, maybe. In that case, we're gonna go probably directly into the sequel. I think the plan will be to go directly into the sequel. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And everybody on the YouTube side, I'm gonna cut you loose. So bye, YouTube people. Bye bye. And let me see who is on.